Hi students, in the last class we have discussed about expression of equilibrium constant from Nernst equation and its problems, and along with that we have also learned Gibbs free energy change and its problems. And in today's class, that is lecture number 9, we'll start with some more problems based on Gibbs free energy change as well as equilibrium constant. Right, see here, the question is like this. For the cell, one cell symbol has given, and calculate equilibrium constant at 25 degrees centigrade, and also calculate standard Gibbs energy change, and here some standard reduction potential values has given. This is the question. First we'll try to understand the question by seeing this cell notation, that is nothing but a cell symbol. Here magnesium is acting as anode and silver is acting as cathode. As well, at the same time, with the help of their SRPs also we can identify. Being a less SRP value, why? Because both we are comparing, both we are connecting to each other. In that case, being a less SRP, our magnesium should undergo oxidation. Being a more SRP, silver should undergo reduction. That's all. First, with the help of this cell notation, we'll write net cell reaction. How to write net cell reaction? Already known to you. First, we'll take anodic reaction. At anode is nothing but oxidation takes place. Means magnesium converted to Mg plus 2. Mg by losing 2 electrons converted to Mg plus 2. Right. Here both concentrations are 1 molar each. So of course it is 1 molar. Next, at cathode a reduction takes place. That is Ag plus by taking electron converted to Ag. Ag plus by taking only 1 electron because silver valence is 1 and converted to Ag. And here Ag plus concentration is also 1 molar only. Now we have to add both the reactions. But the thing is, before we're going to add the reactions, first we have to make electrons equal. Why? Because here 2 electrons are involving, 2 moles of electrons are involving, here 1 mole of electron is involving. That's why first equation I am just multiplying with 1 and the second equation I am just multiplying with 2. Therefore 1 into 2, 2 electrons, 2 into 1, 2 electrons. Both the sides electrons gets cancelled. Now we will write overall cell reaction, nothing but net cell reaction. Net cell reaction. Very simple. 1 into Mg plus 2 into Ag plus 2 Ag plus and gives, of course its concentration is 1 molar only, gives 1 into Mg plus 2, nothing but Mg plus 2 only, and whose concentration is 1 molar, plus 2 into Ag, 2 Ag. This is a net cell reaction, nothing but overall cell reaction. Both reactants we have written at one place and both the products has written at one place. Right. Now we'll collect relevant data from the given question. Right. Here first we'll identify n value. Very simple. Here are 2 electrons, here also 2 electrons. Both the sides we have cancelled 2 electrons. Therefore n value is 2. N value is 2. And one more value we have to collect, that is E naught cell value. E naught cell is equals to, why? Because both concentrations are same. That is nothing but 1 molar. Therefore E naught cell formula already familiar to you. E naught cathode minus E naught anode. E naught cathode, which is cathode? Silver is cathode. That's why silver SRP value 0.80 minus E naught anode. Anode is magnesium here, minus, already value is minus of, that is a 2.37. Then minus into minus will get plus value 0.80 plus 2.37. If you add, you will get the E naught cell value, that is a 3.17 volts. You will get 3.17 volts. It is just E naught cell value only. Now what is our main, what we have to calculate here? we have to calculate that is one is equilibrium constant K value and the standard Gibbs energy change delta G naught value. Means two things we have to calculate here. Right. First we'll calculate equilibrium constant K value. See here. Formula in the last video we have derived then K equal to anti-log of n E naught cell divided by 0.059 is our formula. That is equals to anti-log of n value already we have taken a 2 and E naught cell value just now we have calculated 3.17. 3.17 divided by 0.059, that is equals to anti-log of. If you simplify the value, you will get 107.457. 107.457. After simplification of this value, then you will get 107.457. Now what is our target? Anti-log of 107.457 we have to see that. Then how to see anti-log values in the last video that also we have discussed. We'll see here. Then in anti-log particularly after point whatever the values are there, those values only we have to see them. Now 0.45 in 7 we have to see them. I'll repeat once again. Anti-log anti-log page we have to open. In that 0.45 in 7, how much value has given, that as it is we have to write first. Therefore K is equals to, the value is this much 2864. 2864. I'll repeat once again. 0.45. If you see in 7, 2864 value will be there. But that is not final answer. Immediately what we have to do? Then one trick in the last video I explained, that is from left hand side to right hand side, after one digit we have to keep 1 point into 10 to the power of, then here before point whatever the value is there, that value as it is you have to write as its power. That's it. This is your answer. K equal to 2.864 into 10 to the power of 107 is answer for equilibrium constant. Next, one more value we have to calculate, that is Gibbs free energy change. That is nothing but delta G naught. Delta G naught equal to, yesterday we have taken, last class we have taken the formula NF E naught cell minus NF E naught cell. Then of course reversible delta R G naught. That is equals to minus N value already known to you, that is 2, and F nothing but 1 mole Farad is nothing but 96,487 into E naught cell value. Then here already just now we have calculated 3.17. 3.17. If you multiply these three values, then the obtained value is minus 611,800 joule per mole. Delta G naught we are getting, first we will get in joules. If this joules value, if you divide by 1000, you will get in kilojoules. That's why R you can also write in the kilojoules. If you divide by 1000, what you will get then? Minus 611.8 kilojoule per mole is answer. Both are correct only. One is in joules, one is in kilojoules. That's it. Again, here delta G naught value we are getting in the negative sign. So delta G naught value we are getting in the negative sign means then whatever the cell symbol has given, whatever the cell is there, that cell will work spontaneously. Blindly you can tell delta G naught value, negative sign, negative value if it is there, then whatever the cell is there, that cell will work spontaneously. Right. And I will go to next question. Right. Next question I'll write here. The cell in which following reaction occurs. Following reaction occurs. One reaction he has given in the question, that is 2Fe plus 3 aqueous plus 2I minus aqueous gives 2Fe plus 2 aqueous plus I2 gas has E naught cell is equals to 0.236 volts at 298 kelvins. Calculate standard Gibbs energy standard Gibbs energy and equilibrium constant of the cell reaction That's all. This is a question. First we will try to understand the given question. The cell in which following reaction is taking place. Here one reaction given, that is Fe plus 3. They are reacting with I minus converted to Fe plus 2 and iodine, and has E naught cell value. In this question E naught cell value has given directly at a 298 Kelvin, of course. Then he is asking a routine again. Calculate standard Gibbs energy. Standard Gibbs energy, as that is nothing but delta G naught and equilibrium constant K value is asking. Now we will do one thing. Then this question I will give you as a homework to you, and I will give you both answers. You have to try. Answers are like this. One is a standard Gibbs energy change. Delta G naught value is equals to minus 45.54 kilojoules per mole, and K value, equilibrium constant K, is equals to 9.57 into 10 to the power of 7 is K value. Right. Both answers I have given. Then it is quite similar to previous question only. First you have to understand the question, given reaction, which is undergoing oxidation, which is undergoing reduction, and here how many moles of electrons are involved in. Then remaining procedure is quite similar. Both answers you just calculate. That's it. Next we will discuss some another model question. That is next question is like this. The E naught values corresponding to the following two reduction electrode processes are number 1, in that Cu plus oblique Cu is equals to 0.52 volts, and number 2, Cu plus 2 oblique Cu plus is equals to 0.16 volts. Then asking a formulate formulate the galvanic cell, for their combination, calculate the cell potential and delta G naught for the cell reaction. Right, this is the question. First we'll try to understand the entire question, that is E naught values corresponding to the following two reduction electrode processes. Two SRP values has given. One is a Cu plus oblique Cu, certain value given, and other one is a Cu plus 2 oblique Cu plus some value has given. Now what is asking, first thing is formulate the galvanic cell, means we have to construct galvanic cell symbol, and next for their combination, and next one is calculate a cell potential. Cell potential is nothing but here both standard SRP values has given, that's why its meaning is E naught cell value only we have to calculate, and at the same time delta G naught also we have to calculate. Okay, very simple. First we'll try to understand the symbols. If you see, +1 converted to 0, because it is an elemental state, it is a reduction process, it is a reduction symbol, means it is SRP value only. Here also Cu plus 2 converted to +1, then here also decrease in oxidation state, here also decrease in oxidation state, here also decrease in oxidation state. That's why it is also a reduction symbol only, that's why it is also SRP value. Both SRP values has given. It's quite similar to our Daniell cell again. Daniell cell we have used Zn plus 2, zinc electrode as well as copper electrode. In that zinc SRP value minus 0.76 as well as copper SRP value 0.34. And with the help of these two SRP values we have constructed the Daniell cell. Exactly. Here also with the help of these two SRP values we have to construct a galvanic cell related to both copper electrodes only. Right. Now we'll try to write the cell notation for the given electrodes. I'll write here. Then here when you are comparing the zinc as well as copper, being less SRP, zinc acted as anode, being more SRP, copper acted as cathode. Exactly. Out of these two, if you observe, 0.52 is the bigger value, 0.16 is a smaller value. Less SRP electrode should undergo oxidation, nothing but should act as anode. More SRP electrode should undergo reduction, nothing but should act as cathode. Therefore, we'll write a cell notation. Cell notation I'll write here. We'll start answer from here. Cell notation. First we'll write a salt bridge. And the left side we have to write a less SRP electrode, and that electrode should undergo oxidation. Means when both are connected to each other, exactly when zinc and copper both are connected to each other, then the zinc undergoes oxidation, copper undergoes reduction. Exactly when these two electrodes also connected to each other, this electrode undergoes oxidation. That's why we have to write here oxidation symbol, because don't write as it is here. It is a reduction symbol. Now I'll write here oxidation symbol, that is a Cu plus oblique Cu plus 2. I'll repeat once again. Here +1 converted to +2. Increase in oxidation state. Nothing but oxidation is taking place. Of course, its SRP value has given. Next, right side reduction is taking place. That's why this symbol will write as it is. Cu plus oblique Cu. That's all. And of course, it is acting as anode minus it is acting as cathode, it is a plus. That's all. This is a cell notation of given, galvanic cell. Next, next is asking a cell potential as well as a delta G naught value. Right. Now we will find the cell potential value. Cell potential is nothing but E naught cell. E naught cell is equals to E naught cathode minus E naught anode. Then which is cathode, which is anode? Just now we have discussed it then. Higher SRP should undergo reduction, acted as cathode. Higher SRP means this is acting as cathode. 0.52 minus anode. Anode is nothing but less SRP electrode, 0.16. Right. If you subtract both values, you will get 0.36. 0.36 volts is cell potential value. This also we have calculated. Formulate the galvanic cell construction completed, as well as the cell potential also we have calculated, and the last delta G naught value we have to calculate. Then delta G naught is equals to minus N F E naught cell, and that is equals to, right, again here question arises. F is already familiar to you, and E naught cell also just now we have calculated but the problem is with N value. Then here how many moles of electrons are involved in the process? Very simple. Here plus 1 converted to plus 2, only 1 mole. Here plus 1 converted to 0, again 1 mole. That's why N value is just 1 only. Minus 1 into 96,487 into E naught cell value. E naught cell value, that is just now calculated, 0.36. If you multiply all three values, you will get minus 34735.32 joule per mole, or if the entire value divided by 1000, you will get in kilojoules, minus 34.735 kilojoules per mole. This is delta G naught value. You can consider this one or you can consider this one. Both are correct only. Right. Again here delta G naught value, negative sign indicating that when both electrodes are connected to each other, then definitely here spontaneous reduction is taking place. Why? Because we have constructed according to their SRP values only. Less SRP electrode constructed as anode, arranged as anode, more SRP electrode arranged as cathode. Obviously, then reaction will be spontaneous. Right. Next, we'll discuss some another type question, some different type question. Question is like this. Please try to follow question. E naught Fe plus 2 oblique Fe is equals to 0.26 volts, and E naught Fe plus 3 oblique Fe is equals to 0.76 volts, and asking E naught Fe plus 2 oblique Fe plus 3 is question mark. Right. Means with the help of these two values, we have to calculate third value. Very simple concept, and this type of questions are very important for especially all types of competitive examinations. Right. Then its answer will solve like this. First, what we have to do, whatever the given symbol is there, then its given symbol's appropriate reaction will write. Reaction means here Fe plus 2 convert to Fe. Absolutely, it is a reduction symbol, it is SRP value. Here also reduction symbol, SRP value. and but here Fe plus 2 converted to Fe plus 3. It is oxidation symbol. Here oxidation symbol means is asking a SOP value. Right, very simple. First we'll write its related reaction. See here Fe plus 2, how it is converted to Fe? By gaining 2 electrons, converted to Fe, and whatever the value has given, that I will write here as E0. E0 lettered as 1 is equals to 0.26 volts, as well as here how many moles of electrons are involving, 2 moles of electrons are involving, lettered as N1 is equals to 2, and let equation 1. Right, now we'll go to second value, that is Fe plus 3. Here Fe plus 3 converted to Fe. How Fe plus 3 converted to Fe? Just by gaining 3 electrons. 3 electrons converted to Fe. Then here E1, sorry, here we'll write E2, E02 is equals to 0.76 volts, and N2 value, how many moles of electrons are involved? 3 moles of electrons are involved. Say it is equation number 2. Next, and I will go to third data, that is Fe plus 2. Fe plus 2, here it is converted to Fe plus 3. Then here gaining electron, here losing electrons. Fe plus 3 plus 1 electron. Fe plus 2 by losing 1 electron converted to Fe plus 3, and our target is E0 3 is question mark, that only we have to calculate. And of course here N3 is equals to, how many moles of electrons are involving here? Just 1 mole of electron only involved. Say it is equation number 3. Okay. Then from the first data, equation 1 we have written. From the second data, equation number 2 we have written. And from third data, equation number 3 also we have written. Now what is our target? Means with the help of equation 1 as well as equation 2, we have to get equation 3. I'll repeat. From equation 1 as well as equation 2, we have to get equation 3. First we'll check how it is possible. I'll write here. Suppose equation 1 minus equation 2 will take, and will just check whether you will get third equation or not. See here, first I'll write Fe plus 2 plus 2 electrons gives Fe. Now don't take any values, just we are cross checking whether it is happens or not. Equation 1 minus equation 2. Equation 2 is Fe plus 3 electrons gives Fe. We are just subtracting, so I write minus minus minus. Then plus Fe minus Fe we can cancel. Therefore Fe plus 2, then minus Fe plus 3. Right, minus Fe plus 3, and 2 minus 3. 2 minus 3, you will get a minus 1 electron, gives product side is 0. Now what I am doing, whatever the minus signs are there, minus sign related symbols, those species will shift at RH side. Therefore you will get Fe plus 2 gives Fe plus 3 plus electron. Both are quite similar. Now we'll see here. Then whatever he is asking, same reaction we are getting here. Fe plus 2 converted to Fe plus 3 by losing, Fe plus 2 by losing 1 electron converted to Fe plus 3. Same reaction we are getting. But how it is obtained? Just by subtracting equation 1 minus equation 2. Right. But here a very important thing is, anyhow equation 1 and equation 2 both we are subtracting. Then generally what we will think then, to get E0 3 value purpose also, E0 1 minus E0 2 if you do, I'll repeat, E0 1 minus E0 2, this value minus this value if you do, whatever the value you will get, that is not E0 3 value. Once again, Equation 1 minus equation 2, we are getting equation 3. There is no doubt in that. But E1 naught minus E2 naught is not equal to E3 naught. Why it is not equal to E3 naught? Or when it is equal to E3 naught? Very simple. Here how many moles of electrons are involved? Here also same number of moles of electrons involved. Here also same number of moles of electrons are involved. Means in all three cases, if n value is same, I'll repeat once again. In all three cases, if n value remains same, in that case we can directly tell that E03 is equals to E01 minus E02. This value minus this value, you will get a direct answer. But when then all three cases, if n value remains same, but unfortunately here n values are not same. Here n value is 2, here n value is 3, here n value is 1. That's why don't subtract directly E1 naught minus E2 naught. That is wrong. Now what we have to consider? We have to consider total charge. Total charge in all three cases. Total charge is nothing but then n, f we have to consider. Total charge. In the last video we have discussed about total charge, nf. For that purpose we will use again Gibbs free energy change equation only. We'll see. That is our target is equation 3. That purpose delta G naught 3 is equals to, first equation purpose will write delta G naught 1, because equation 1 minus equation 2 we are doing. That's why delta G naught 1 minus delta G naught 2. We have to use this formula. Why? Because here will this value, I mean this formula includes total charge NF, and the delta G formula already known to you, NF E naught. That's why here I write minus N3 F E naught 3 is equals to, otherwise we'll write here delta G naught 3 is nothing but minus N3 F E naught 3 minus N3 F E naught 3 is equals to delta G naught 1 nothing but minus N1 F E naught 1. Next minus of again delta G naught 2 also minus only, minus in the brackets delta G naught is nothing but minus N2 F E naught 2. Right. Delta G naught 3 is equals to delta G naught 1 minus delta G naught 2. That's all. Now we'll write N3 F E naught 3 is equals to minus N1 F E naught 1 minus into minus plus N2 F E naught 2. That's all. Now here in all the LHS as well as RHS, F is there. So I'll take minus F, will take as a common. If you take minus F as common, the remaining things are N3 E3 naught. N3 E3 naught is equals to, here also if you take minus F as a common, we'll get N1 E1 naught. Now here minus here plus sign is there. To get that plus sign, here I am taking minus. Why? Because minus into minus you will get plus. Then here already F we have taken common, then the remaining thing is N2 E naught 2. Now LHS, RHS, minus F we can cancel. Therefore our target is E naught 3. E naught 3. Therefore E naught 3 is equals to, this N will shift RHS. Therefore N1 E1 naught minus N2 E2 naught divided by N3. This is our final formula. Here whatever the moles of electrons are involved, those electrons also we are multiplying. Right. Now if you substitute all the values, you will get answer. We'll solve here remaining thing. That is E naught 3 is equals to N1 value is 2 into E1 naught is a 0.26 minus N2 value is 3 into E2 naught 0.76 divided by N3 value is 1, just 1, and if you simplify this value you will get minus 1.76 volts. You will get, that is your final answer. 1.76 volts means, its meaning is oxidation potential of Fe plus 2 value is this much, or we will write the symbol here E naught Fe plus 2 oblique Fe plus 3 value is minus 1.76 volts. Or if you want, you can convert into reduction potential also, because it is SRP symbol, it is also SRP. Then here also we can convert it to SRP, it doesn't matter. That is E naught. As reduction purpose, first we will write Fe plus 3 oblique Fe plus 2 is equals to then SRP, SOP both are sign convention is different, that's why if minus is there it becomes plus. Your answer is 1.76 volts, that's it. It is SOP value, it is SRP value. Of course in the question he has asked SOP value only, that's why whatever the answer we are getting that is only your final answer, that's all. And this question, this type of questions are very important for generally competitive exams purpose. First, what we have to do by observing the given data, its relevant reactions we have to write. Then in that relevant reactions, one value we have to calculate. Then to get that equation, whether we have to do subtraction or addition or division, whatever the possibility is there, that possibility you have to search. And after that, you have to conclude that equation 1 minus equation 2 will give equation 3. And here electrons are not same. If electrons are not same, then we have to take a delta G naught symbol. That is nothing but delta G naught 3 is equals to delta G naught 1 minus delta G naught 2. And delta G naught formula already known to you. By substituting all the values, so finally E3 naught purpose we are getting ultimate formula. And in that ultimate formula, all given values if you substitute, you will get a E naught 3 value. That's all. Right. And please collect different questions based on this model, and you have to solve them. Right. Next we'll enter into another different type of cell, that is called as electrolytic cell. Electrolytic cell and electrolysis process. Electrolytic cell and electrolysis process. Now first we will define what is electrolytic cell and what is electrolysis process. Very simple. In previous classes till now we have discussed about electrochemical cells. Now we have started electrolytic cell. Already difference between electrochemical cell as well as electrolytic cell difference already familiar to you. In electrochemical cell, like a Daniel cell, what happened here? Chemical energy converted to electrical energy, and of course it is a spontaneous process. Because of chemical reactions, current produces here. Where in electrochemical cell, but in electrolytic cell, the process is completely reverse. Due to current, nothing but electrical energy converted to chemical energy, nothing but due to current only chemical reactions takes place. Repeat, here current is producing The current is consuming because due to current only chemical reactions takes place. Suppose if you are not supplying the current, no chemical reactions at all. Means it is absolutely non-spontaneous process. Itself a reaction not taking place. It is non-spontaneous process. It is a spontaneous process. It is a non-spontaneous process. Now we will discuss about electrolytic cell as well as electrolysis process. First we will define what is electrolytic cell. Very simple. A cell in which electrical energy converted to chemical energy is called as electrolytic cell. And of course, electrolytic cell is a non-spontaneous cell. It is a non-spontaneous process takes place here. Means due to current, chemical reactions are taking place. Right. Now, I will explain about electrolysis process. But before we are going to discuss about electrolysis process, we will discuss some general example. One general example I will explain. Try to understand. Right, it is one container, one cell it is. In that cell, one electrolyte I have taken. Electrolyte. One general electrolyte, say A, B, one electrolyte has taken. Like NaCl, KCl type. Here one electrode have dipped, here also one electrode have dipped. And both are connected to the battery. Here, suppose an electrode which is connected to plus terminal is acting as anode. Here anode is designating with positive sign. In electrochemical cell, anode has designated as minus. Here in electrolytic cell, anode we are indicating with positive sign. And suppose electrode which is connected to negative terminal of a battery, then that electrode is acting as cathode. Cathode is a negative symbol electrode. Right. Major difference between electrochemical cell as well as electrolytic cell is this one only. Their anode was negative, here anode is positive. Their cathode was positive, here cathode is negative. Right. Now we are discussing about electrolysis process. What is electrolysis? What is electrolysis means from this battery we are sending a current. From this battery current we are passing into this electrolyte. Immediately what happened, this AB electrolyte is decomposing into its corresponding ions like A plus B minus. I'll repeat, because of current, because we are sending a current into this electrolyte, immediately it is splitting into its corresponding ions like A plus and B minus. Then what happened means very simple, whatever the negatively charged ions are there, all negatively charged ions are moving towards positively charged electrode. I'll repeat, negatively charged ions are moving towards positive charged electrode as well as positively charged ions are moving towards negatively charged electrode. Ions are moving towards opposite charged electrodes. Okay, after coming here, what happens? That we'll see now. At anode, which is plus sign. Here one similarity is there between electrochemical cell as well as electrolytic cell. That is, at anode, oxidation only should take place. At cathode, reduction only should take place. That's it. That's why at anode, here also oxidation is taking place. What is oxidation? Already known to you. Loss of electrons. That's why B minus, after coming here, B minus, then after coming at anode, by losing electron, converted as neutral species. B minus, by losing electron, converted to B. Here B minus means oxidation state is -1, B means oxidation state is 0, -1 converted to 0, increase in oxidation state, nothing but oxidation process. Now, at cathode means reduction takes place. Reduction means here A plus ions by taking electrons, whatever the electrons are there, taking electrons converted as A. That's all. Means here A plus converted to A, its oxidation number is 0. decrease in oxidation state is nothing but reduction. See here once again, increase in oxidation state or loss of electron, decrease in oxidation state or gain of electron. Means at anode oxidation takes place, at cathode reduction takes place. This phenomena only called as electrolysis, that's it. This phenomena is called as electrolysis process. Now how to define electrolysis process? Means the process of decomposition of an electrolyte. The process of decomposition of an electrolyte when electric current is passed into its either aqueous state or molten state. I'll repeat once again. The process of decomposition of an electrolyte. The process of decomposition of an electrolyte when electric current is passed into its either aqueous state or its molten state is called as electrolysis process. Now again question arises, so what is aqueous state? What is molten state? Very simple. Suppose if you take, I'm taking two, beakers for example. Here are some NaCl salt. Some salt has taken. Here also salt has taken. And to this salt, if you add some water by stirring, you will get one liquid. That liquid is called as its aqueous solution. I'll repeat. To that salt, if you add some water, then whatever the solution you are getting, that is called as aqueous solution. And in the second container, again same salt only have taken. Here I am not adding any water. Then if you heat up to some extent, then suppose if the salt is melting, it is also converting into liquid state. That liquid is called as molten state. Molten or is also called as fused state. Both are same. Molten state or fused state, it is aqueous state, aqueous solution. Right. That's why once again electrolytic cell as well as electrolysis process. Electrolytic cell means a cell in which electrical energy converted to chemical energy is called as electrolytic cell, and electrolysis is a process. How to define electrolysis process? Means the process of decomposition of an electrolyte when electric current is passed into in its either aqueous solution or molten solution is called as electrolysis process. Right. Okay, then remaining things will continue in our next video. Okay, thank you. Bye.